Whew. What's up, folks? Palm here. Tell you what, I'm getting dragged through the fucking abyss, man. But look, check this out. I'm gonna do this video to help ground myself. It was presented to me by a very genuine person, a person I really do appreciate within the occult community. Because you don't see that too often. But she presented this subject matter to me, and it deals with social programming and how to get beyond it in order to explore other planes and spheres of existence. Now, when she presented this subject matter, it kind of made me proud, because this told me one thing. This individual observed for themselves that social programming greatly hinders spiritual development. A lot of people do not understand the connection. And they don't because of the social programming. You know what I mean? And that's the good news. If you are attempting to liberate yourself from social programming, then you are. Because if you are programmed, you're not going to be able to make these kinds of observations. You know, we've got to understand that social programming is a very complex construct utilized to control the masses. There are so many different angles of attack that they use. TVs, movies, radio, that's just a few. Chemicals that they put in our food. Let's just utilize the educational system, for instance, because this is directly relevant. The textbook that they place before you does one thing. It controls which direction your mind is going to move, and it ensures that everybody's mind is moving in the same fucking direction. And it becomes programmed, it becomes instinct, it becomes a part of the psyche to move your mind in the same fucking direction. So the educational system is a foundational element of social programming. Because what this is doing is it's actually hindering higher intellect. It's hindering your ability to think outside of the confines of that fucking textbook. Now, what is higher intellect? Higher intellect is spiritual intellect. Now, this is something I learned through a particular yogi. And spiritual intellect is the imagination. And once the imagination is controlled and put in a box, you can't grow spiritually. Because this element of self is shackled, and it is not free to explore the totality of existence. It's not free to explore anything outside of what's going on in this world in regard to history, geography, and the history that's being made. Too many people look at the imagination as something that has to be stomped on. You know, they do these magical rites, and they might hear something, and they'll say, oh, it's just my imagination. That will sabotage your results. what people need to understand is that by embracing these experiences that come through the imagination, you are carving the pathways for these things to manifest externally. You're also carving pathways for you to go into these other realms of existence to explore and learn and manifest your reality, whether we're talking about dream states, astral planes. So, the whole purpose of social programming is to keep people spiritually dead, guys. As within, so without. If you're spiritually dead, then there's no life in you. You will fight for nothing. You will be trained to move in the same direction with the rest of the sheep. So, we need to spend less time in front of the television and spend more time writing, spend more time drawing or painting, um, spend more time utilizing our imaginative faculties, and learn to think outside of paradigm. Let yourself be that which reflects the truth, and use your imagination to create the very reality you want to manifest. Because it's not something that we should seek to overcome. It is the very gateway between who you are now and who you want to become. Infernal blessing.